Hello! Welcome back to Not Quite Novelists. This is the podcast where new worlds are built and new friends are made on the spot each and every episode. My name is Savannah,
I'm Persephone.
and our guest today is a self-proclaimed bard. He is a writer and a great artist too. We actually met at an art market. This is Priestly. Yes. Welcome. I'm so glad. And we finally have it. It almost became like a running joke of like, well, we're having an episode without Persephone. Persephone is actually a rogue and just is a ninja. Does not exist in this space.
It's true. I was very busy last week at Taylor Swift, and that
Yeah.
priorities.
Honestly, valid. That is a completely valid excuse not to record.
Thank you.
Yes. But that now means we have both of our generators, so I've not been able to I've kind of had to pick other ways of picking these lists like at random. But what we have is me and Persephone both have a random generator. And what they are is mine is theme and Persephone's is tone. So I'm gonna go ahead. We both will draw one out, and we will go from there. All right, I've got. You got yours picked out?
Yup.
Hell yeah, let's do this. Oh no.
It's the best response to that.
Speaking of cringy high school themes,
Oh boy.
I got werewolves.
Oh good.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
Drama. I love Teen Wolf.
So, Twilight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna
Oh wait.
rewrite Twilight
Um,
and Teen Wolf.
for anyone who is looking at our faces during this, I have the perfect bracelet. Where the hell have you been, Loca?
I absolutely love this.
I knew.
I love when the universe lines up like that. So, we are in the process of also adding some kind of like structure to our episodes as well.
What's that like?
Ish, yeah, ish. We're trying.
Yeah.
Basically, the idea, at least the one that I've been trying in the last couple episodes, has been like, kind of part one and part two. So part one is we just discuss our characters, and then part two we can discuss like more like setting stuff, overarching, themes, just story, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the vibe. Um, so I guess we'll start with characters. Good lord, how do we go with werewolves? Hmm. Well, okay. One question I'd like to ask, because this is a broad category. We can go many different directions with this.
Mhm.
We can obviously go a Twilight Teen Wolf type of route. My main question is like, what time period do we want to set this in? Do we want this to be like, maybe like what's that movie series? Underworld. I don't know if you guys have seen the Underworld movies.
Part of
Holy
the first one.
ish. Oh my god. That was actually those were my first rated R movies in theaters that I watched.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad did.
Exciting.
But so they had a prequel movie that is honestly the best in the series. Like I absolutely loved it, and it's called Rise of the Lycans, and it is basically like old like medieval style, and it's kind of like how like the feud between werewolves and vampires began. But we can either do like a medieval high fantasy kind of vibe, or maybe like a modern thing, or we can just pick some kind of different cool like time period to throw in there, see what vibes with us.
I mean, I do love a modern werewolf. I will. I
True.
will say that much.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like we're all in agreement. Like we are going to let this be our high school fantasy moment.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it has to be. Cool. It's a modern.
The only thing I can think about for my character at the
Oh
moment,
no.
not to bring it fully to the other side of like stupid modern teen dramas, I am thinking about Wednesday, the like acrylic nail pop
Ooh.
out claws.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
And that's where I'm at. Thank
That's
you.
I love it.
perfect.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god. Watch
Mm,
me go book a nail appointment right now.
yeah. Boy.
I can't. My nails are trash. Nobody look at them.
Yeah. Same.
I'm gonna
But
be hiding my hands from camera all day now.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's whatever.
it's fine.
It's not
Whatever.
good. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. First off, I love that. So do you want to just have a fully like goth werewolf character?
You know, I don't know if goth is the right word.
Like ebony darkness to something
No, we
way.
don't have to bring that up
Interesting.
again. We don't have to talk about that. We are going. No, let's not open that part of the time capsule, please. Oh my god.
I am seeing like thinking modern, I am thinking like cities, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
as a little New Yorker, I am absolutely
Yep.
thinking about like a Brooklyn like young adult werewolf
Okay.
and her little manicured ass claws.
So, you brought up New York, and so my current hyperfixation has been because I've been listening to a lot of true crime and
Newsies.
stuff.
Oh.
No, I was not thinking about Newsies, but now I am, unfortunately. Cries. No, so I've been listening to a lot of like true crime stuff lately, and I have been super fixated on like the mob and like mafia stuff. So now I'm thinking like underground, kind of thing, but for werewolves. So
Fight
like
Club.
do like
Yeah.
Werewolf
yeah.
Fight Club.
Okay. All right. Let's go Werewolf Fight Club. I feel like all right, so if we're going that route, yeah, werewolf mob family, or yeah, werewolf fight club mob family type of vibe. I don't know if I would want to have my character be like maybe like a newcomer, like maybe got bitten and now is like I'm totally lost, I don't know what to do, or be like, oh, I was like born and raised into this life. So I'm kind of flip flopping between like two opposite ends of the spectrum so far. But Priestley, what do you think for your character? And that'll help me kind of push mine in that whatever direction.
I started a short story based on a poem in college about this trans guy that makes a deal with the moon to turn into a werewolf each month instead of like menstruating. And so that was kind of what I was like running with. But then like he has to eat like raw meat to like keep like to stay human, and then it ends up going like tits up and like he's turning like all the time. But that's my guy. That's my guy.
I love this.
That is the most iconic thing. I'm so obsessed. I was not expecting that to go in that direction at all. Yeah, I mean, you could see, like, jaws on the floor from both.
Oh,
First
yes.
off, I need to read this short story you wrote.
Never finished it. I
Oh
need
my
to.
god.
I need to eventually.
Good. That's a good one. Damn. Holy crap. Okay. Alright. Then I'm gonna go hereditary vampire. Or fucking. Hereditary werewolf for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
You
gonna.
were so close.
No! Where'd I go? Why did my camera cut out?
We're back.
Oh no!
Oh, I was so scared for a second.
I know. I was about to throw my laptop through a window. It's like if we don't finish this episode. Yeah, I think I'll go Hereditary Werewolf. Yeah, has kind of been in this life for a while. Do we want to do like the werewolves like immortal, or do we want to do just they're human, they just also turn into werewolves?
I I feel like in some fiction I've read, werewolves aren't immortal, but they have like elongated
Okay.
lifespan, so they
Yeah.
can live to be like maybe like 200 or something,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but can still like not survive like a mortal wound, but like
Yeah.
very, very hard to kill kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Like they would like maybe not like the super fast like healing powers and not totally impervious, but definitely like probably heals faster than normal
Mm,
humans and like a wound that would probably be fatal to a human.
yeah,
It's a little harder
not.
for it to be fatal to a werewolf.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I would say mine, yeah. She's hereditary werewolf. Maybe whatever the equivalent of like early 20s, early mid 20s, like kind of figuring it out, being a grown up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um so I guess that would be like, we'll say like she's actually 75 or something like that.
Mhm.
Which is kind of cool. I feel like she was raised to join like the family business. Her dad is like the mob boss, is like the a word that I really don't want to say out loud. Is like the alpha of the of, I hate myself for saying that.
Alpha man.
Ugh. That word has just turned into such a like icky thing for me now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
But so she was raised to eventually one day be like the leader of the pack, of the both the organized crime aspect of it, but also the just we take care of our own, we are a family werewolf aspect of it.
Mm.
A lot of it is trying to like cover up, if someone turns in the city and someone gets hurt, covering up deaths and attacks and stuff like that. That's a big part of like what they do, and like protecting their own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she particularly wants to. I think
Mhm.
she's like kind of over it and wants to get out and do something else. Persephone, what exactly did you say your character was gonna be like again?
Well, didn't get to describe her yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I can't remember if you said it. All I'm imagining now is still those fucking claws.
Yeah.
Love
So what I was going to say is very similar to yours.
it. If you want to take that, I will go with
No,
the
no,
newcomer
no.
thing because I had the two ideas. I can make it. I can make it
Well,
work.
so what I was initially thinking was definitely like daughter of someone high up in a
Yeah.
crime family. And like um but now I'm kind of thinking similar, but maybe not a werewolf yet. So it isn't
Oh.
like that family is going to be like at a certain age
Yeah.
they will tend to turn people.
See, I was gonna say like it sounds like what we could do if you're interested is sisters,
Possibly, yeah.
siblings. I'm down.
Um or I was going to say even just other opposite sides.
Oh, okay.
But either
Yeah.
one works.
I think either one works.
Because I was thinking if she has not become a werewolf yet, just having that relationship of like, oh, my family's important.
Oh,
Like,
she's that kind.
yeah, like,
Okay.
and like, like they'll do anything to protect me. Hmm.
Oh, kind of like the werewolf equivalent of like my father will hear about this.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Love that. Good to know. So
Yeah.
we have absolute trans icon. Um no, I'm following your dream, Dad. kind of character, and
And Daddy's money.
yeah, and Daddy's money. I was gonna say Werewolf Draco Malfoy. This is already incredible. So I'm interested about Priestley. I'm interested how your character would fit in. I feel like definitely like you made a deal with the mob in order to turn into a werewolf.
I like that.
Yeah.
In my original story, it was the moon is like personified as like a really pretty lady, and so my werewolf dude is like dating the moon, and so she leaves.
Yes.
She comes down out of the sky, which is why the turning thing starts to go haywire because she's not up there to like control it, and so it's like they're in love, but she has to go. Either she can stay and he becomes like a wolf like forever, or she leaves him and then he's like really sad.
That's so
So
cute. That's precious.
Mhm.
I like the idea of maybe in this kind of canon is
Mhm.
like that could, I mean, I feel like we could do a thing to kind of like integrate that and like create our own like new canon for it. Maybe like the female werewolves or like the AFAB werewolves that do menstruate. Everyone kind of like, you know how like when people who have periods all get close together, they all kind of sync up.
Yeah.
So if they're all like a pack, I feel like just biologically it could make sense in this canon that like around the full moon is when they would get that,
Yeah.
So I feel like it would already line up for all of them, and so when your character meets like one of us or like meets someone in the mob in the werewolf family and makes a deal, basically like you now work for the mob and you now work for us, and in return we'll give you what you want, which is turn you into one of us and bring you into basically make you one of the family, but that means you now work for the family.
Yeah.
So cool. I dig it. That's sick. Oh my god, that's cool. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get over that. That's a badass concept. I just wasn't expecting it. I'm very happy about it. Holy crap. Yeah. So I would say I have an idea, and it's for y'all's characters. So mine is not involved in this yet. And y'all guys... Oh, no, wait. No, that wouldn't work. Because my idea had to do with Persephone, your character, but it had to do with if your character already was a werewolf.
Okay.
Because the idea would be, if you're like the I'm so important kind of thing, if you're already... The idea was, if you were already a werewolf, you could make the deal and be like, oh, I could totally turn you, and, this is what would happen, whatever. Turn him into a werewolf, but then you're also the one who's like, well, now you have to do whatever I tell you to do. And basically turn this bitch into, like, your servant or some shit.
Yeah, listen. I could do that.
Because, that sounds like a great idea.
Then I get my cool wolf claws, and I get that. So
yeah.
Yeah, like instead of like
I both love it and hate it.
yeah.
I like it. Instead
It's
of like
great.
the love angle, it's like you don't want to bleed every month, so instead you're gonna be my werewolf bitch.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, because then
Yeah.
it's not like a super like, oh, my girlfriend's the moon, sad ending. It's like this
Yeah, it's mostly like
werewolf with her claws owns me, and I don't know how I feel about that. I love it.
I love that. And now I'm just trying to decide how my character gets integrated into all of this. Because I feel like if I'm like about to become like leader of the pack kind of thing, like I'm getting to that age where I'm about to like really take over the family business. Maybe, do you think your character is a part of my like pack, my part of the like mob family, or would you be like a part of a different family? And I'm just like, ugh, those guys.
I feel like it's either a different like pack or group altogether,
Hmm.
or they're like fucking cousins.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like maybe like you're very daddy's money. My dad is so important, you know. But like your
Yeah.
dad is probably like my dad's right hand man, or my dad's like number two.
Yeah.
You know, like a step
Yeah.
below. Still really high ranking, still
Yeah.
really important. But I just have that kind of one step over you, and I'm just like, get your shit together.
Yes.
Get it together. So yeah, I think my character, I absolutely get very annoyed at yours very often.
Yeah.
And I'm very much just like, you have to treat him better. Be nicer to him. Damn. And so I'm the one who's
What
like,
a concept.
yeah. when
Don't know
so
her.
yeah, so Priestley, when this character is like, you know, just being a royal bitch, literally, haha. I'm an idiot. Just being an absolute royal bitch to you. I think I'm the one that like kind of pulls you aside and is like, hey, if you need me to like take care of this, if you need me to get her to chill out, let me know. Like, I'm on your side, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I also feel like I want to be one of those characters that like, because I am the daughter of like the kingpin, everyone's very scared of me and intimidated by me, but I'm just like, I just want to be nice. I'm like actually really nice, and I like rarely will like show that like dominance about it. I'm just very much just like, I'm gonna be very fair and just, and I kind of just want to get the fuck out, but if I have to be here, I'm going to treat these people decently because they're fucking people.
Yeah.
You know, they rely on us for protection, they rely on us for their livelihoods. I'm going to do that with kindness.
Yes,
but everyone
I
is
like
still
that.
scared of me. I just don't want them to be. That is solely based off of, there was legitimately a time someone told me that they were intimidated by me and they thought I was too cool to be their friend, and I'm just like, look at me. I was at this bar that I like was a regular at, and I frequently dressed up in like, I had like spiked jacket, my mohawk was all spiked, I do like crazy big glam makeup, all that. Like, I would like punk out pretty much, but like apparently that was intimidating. I don't know. I still think I'm a marshmallow. So yeah, that's kind of her whole vibe. What kind of what names are we thinking? So this is real quick, interesting question that I have learned, because I it kind of became a topic of conversation in the first episode, and now I want to like, I like these episodes because I like kind of learning about what everybody's like process for figuring out like characters, or figuring out their like what inspires them. What, when you guys are like creating your characters, what process or what do you do or keep in mind when you are naming them? Or do you guys just am like, this name sounds great, I'm gonna
Usually
slap that
that.
on it.
Yeah,
It's just you
it's not that
you
deep.
let intuition, it just kind of pops up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like I'll just look for like the vibe.
Okay, yeah.
Like kind of like go through generator sometimes just to kind of like see like what will like sound similar,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
yeah.
kind of like
Go from there.
base from there.
Yeah, I love it. A lot of the times, so the first couple episodes have not aired yet. Actually, fingers crossed. Hopefully, if all goes well, first episode will be posted tomorrow. So that's super exciting. At the time of filming this, which is awesome. But I've talked about this a little bit with them. A lot of the times, what I'll like to do is I will look up like names that mean a certain thing. I'll figure out kind of what my character's like vibe is. If they're like, are they really protective? Are they really motherly? Are they a diva? Like, what? Figure out their like general vibe, and then I will look up the meanings of their name, like names that mean this or that, and I'll kind of go from there and try and find, or like if I know my character is going to be like a Celtic based kind of character, I'll look up like Irish names, or if this character is going to be like Mexican, I'll look up like Spanish names, things like that, or like whatever that world's equivalent of those things are. So I do love name generators, so I'm pulling my phone out for that.
So you're a Remus Lupin type of namer. Moon. Words that mean moon for 200.
First off, how dare you? That is just rude. Second off, I'm gonna look up names. I have no idea what I would name this character though, because a little process-wise when it comes to names, I will agree, yes, kind of. However, I try to be a little less like on the nose. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna look up a name that means werewolf. It's more like their narrative role in the story, or like their personality. So like first episode was like a carnival episode, and I did a character that was like one of the main like performers, and so I looked up names that actually meant star. So yeah, so this one, I do think protective would be a good like personality, or like a good like narrative role for her. I feel like that would probably be the best thing for me to look up. So we're gonna go with that. There are some times though, there are definitely like some times where I'll just be writing a character and then a name will pop into my head and I'm like, well, I guess that's your name now.
Yeah.
Or I will like think of a name and I'm like, oh shit, that would be a great name, and then I have to like build a character based off of the name itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
what were you saying?
Sorry, I think sometimes it's like the setting of the story and like who the character is going to be. Like, I think I want my werewolf to just be some guy, so his name is Bert.
I love it. I love Bert.
But like the front man from oh fuck, what's that band? Oh no. That's gonna bother me.
Wait, it's a band with a front.
It's with.
Isn't it
it's
the
the
Used?
U. Yes, the Used.
The
Yeah,
Used,
like
yeah.
that. Not like the Sesame Street character, like the guy from the band. So it's with a U instead of an E.
Okay.
I like the way you clarified that. That was very helpful. The really inherent urge to name this woman Selena.
Oh please.
Honestly, do it.
You should.
I love it. Nope, that's an Irish name. Also, just because we're going like more mafia mob style, I feel like I have to pick an Italian name. I feel like her name, at least for my character, I feel like she's got to be Italian. So.
Yeah. Do you want to share last names since they're like?
Oh
I feel like maybe like dads or brothers.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't know, what's the Italian word for moon? I swear to God. I'm so offended. What have I done? What have I done starting a show with you? Here's the thing. Persephone and I have known each other for far too long.
It's time.
It has been it has been 12 years. So the decision was either the decision was either it's time for one of us to kill each other or we start a podcast together.
And we still might kill each other. It's really
we might.
You could do both.
This is why we live so far away from each other.
We live in the same state.
I know, which is really weird.
This is the closest we have ever lived to each other.
Yeah, when we met, I was in Texas and they were in New York.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then I moved to where I'm at now, and you live now 3 hours north of me. And it's the closest we've ever... It's the first time we've ever lived in the same time zone, which is weird. Yeah. And it is now the closest we've ever lived together.
I think one of the only times I've seen Savannah in person was when I was dying of what I thought was COVID, like right when COVID was starting.
Yeah.
And she just like dropped chicken nuggets over my door and like ran away.
Literally, I like put it at the doorstep and then stepped all the way back, waited for you to like open the door and get it, and I was like, cool, peace, I'm out. Not getting sick today. Oh man. Yeah, I think that was actually while I was in the process of moving here.
Yeah, because I think you were coming from Bellingham.
I was. Wow, I'm not finding any decent names. This is just sad. I see a lot of, like, boy names that mean that, and I'm like, no. Now it's just making me more, like, it's making me more, like, fuck you, I'm going to find a name that means that. I'm going to find the perfect, like, girl name that means this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I am nothing if not spiteful towards technology specifically, and the internet. That's just me. Ooh, Carlotta means courageous or strong. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of pretty.
Yeah.
You like Carlotta? I think that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yay! Alright, so we're gonna go with that. Oh wait, we need to figure out a last name, don't we? What's a good Italian last name?
Oh god.
I just recently started watching
last names in my family. Don't ask me that.
I just recently started watching The Sopranos. That's interesting.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like one of my mom's favorite shows. So I've been calling her or texting her like while I'm watching to be like, why did this person do this or what's going on with this? Yeah, she loves it. Okay, now I'm just gonna Google search Italian last names because nothing is. There's all elevator music up here. There's nothing going on.
I'm like carbonara, but that's not really a last name.
This is truly. This is making just Googling Italian names is making me want pasta. I'm so hungry. I also haven't eaten a ton today, so I'm starving.
I think since my character is just some guy, I'm gonna make his last name Butters because I think that's funny.
Wait, I'm sorry. Bert Butters.
Yeah.
I genuinely can see I can genuinely see a conversation between my character and yours. Honestly, I could see the two different conversations happening. One with Persephone's character and yours, where she's a little less nice than my character would be, but genuinely asking, you're a trans man, meaning your masculine name is chosen. Why? Yes. That's the question. Why did you choose that, sir?
It's funny. Also, I work with a guy now whose last name is Butterworth. So like I'm fully stealing part of his name and just slapping an S on it.
Just Butters.
Mr. Butterworth, we salute you for this. What do we think of the name Moretti? I think that's pretty. Carlotta Moretti? That sounds like a mob boss's daughter's name.
It does. It's very good.
That sounds like a character on The Sopranos. Like, I'm telling you that.
It does.
Yeah. Carlotta Moretti, and then Selena Moretti.
Yeah, I'm even just thinking about shortening it to just Lena.
Cute. I like it.
So
how
like
about
that.
her full name is Selena, but everybody calls her Lena. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the thing. Her dad will call her Selena when he's mad.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, it's the same vibe as, like, using the middle name, and you're like, ugh, stop it.
Yeah. I want it to be canon that she does know that it means moon, and she fucking hates it.
She recognizes the
it.
irony,
Yeah.
and she hates
And
every
that's
second
why
of
she
it.
goes by Lena.
Oh, okay, I like that, actually.
It's very good.
That is excellent.
I know,
think
I'm
we've
just
got
trying
some
to think of
good-
mean things I can call Burt Butters.
Well, if he's clumsy in any kind of way, just Butterfingers would be a great.
Yeah, Butterfingers.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What does Bert look like?
I mean, I just kind of like some guy. Like,
The most average man on the
The
planet.
most generic looking man.
yeah, it's like there's some like cis men or just men that are like, oh, you're kind of cute,
Yeah.
but like you're just kind of some guy. It's like he looks like approachable and
Yeah.
just like very, like he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
He's hanging out.
I have an idea, a concept I'd like to throw your way. If the family turns you into one of us, what if Bert is kind of maybe not early on in transition, but like
Oh yeah.
the family, like, oh, you're one of us, now we take care of you, actually like pays for all the like any surgeries, pays for, basically gives like the healthcare, like,
Yeah.
is very much just like inclusive and all about like gives the gender affirming care is healthcare kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
like in the original story, my guy was like he works in a coffee shop, is in college, like pre top surgery because
Yeah.
like I have no insurance and I'm poor, and so that
Yeah.
was like the deal with the moon came from that, and so it's like, hey mom, help me please.
Yeah. It's very much just like, hey, we're gonna do. I feel like Selena would probably not think to do that. Is just like, hey, I gave you what you wanted, which was to turn you. Now you just do what I want. But when Bert meets Carlotta, she's just like, hey, do you need like help with anything else? Like, I know you're working for us and we're, paying you to do like, these cover up jobs or these cleanup jobs and stuff like that. But like, I can tell you said something about struggling for money or something like that. Like, you mentioned something offhand. We can take care of that for you if you want. And like, that's kind of where the offer comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like Selena and Carlotta are close, but not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're cousins.
Surface
and we...
level?
Yes.
Yeah.
Close. We put on the facade of being very close because, close-knit family. We are at a lot of the same functions, and a lot of the times we're probably, like, the only two that are kind of girls similar in age, so we have to kind of flock together kind of vibe, but also Carlotta just thinks you're kind of a brat.
Yeah, it's kind of like the family where it's like, I have that one conservative aunt, and like, at a family function, I will talk to her, and I will, like, be like, hi.
Yeah.
And the second that she is out of my view, I'm like, oh my god, I cannot stand her.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not
Absolutely.
going to talk about anything political with her because I'm like,
Yeah, like, I'm gonna avoid certain topics. I think I'm trying to think, like, Carlotta would definitely, like, broach certain topics with you, like, basically be like, hey, go easy on that Bert guy, like, he's cool, don't, be kind of nicer to him. But I feel like Selena would, like, how do I word this? Understands her place in terms of ranking where Carlotta is, but at the same time acts as if they're equals all the damn time.
Yes.
And so is like
100%.
Yeah, because I could totally see like one scene. Maybe there's like a big party. Someone got married, or there's a big like family function or whatever. Where she, like, Carlotta finally snaps and has to, like, show that kind of, like, dominant. And that's, like, the one time, because she always is like, she generally will tell people, hey, don't talk to me like you're got your tail between your legs, so to speak, you know?
Yeah. Huh.
But exactly. I need to stop myself. But at one point, like, will bare her teeth, you know? Like, will get in Selena's face and be like, that wasn't a question. You need to lay the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, like, actually does it, like, in front of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does it, like, in the middle of the party where the whole party is just like, oh, shit. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, alright. Oh, yeah. Carlotta's father is very proud. Selena's father is not. Oh, that's a good question, actually. So getting more into I'm sorry, we didn't really talk about how our characters look. What does Selena look like?
I feel like it's giving soprano. She's giving soprano. She has her nice little nails.
Does she have
They're
that
always
very, like, New York accent and talks, like, with her acrylics?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Incredible.
It's giving everything that the Pacific Northwest has taken out of me. She
I love that so much.
I feel like she has like very dark, very curly hair. Definitely on the longer side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Lovely green eyes.
Oh. I feel like she is very, very pretty, but
Yeah.
I feel like aesthetically, the difference
Yeah.
between Selena and Carlotta is very aesthetically would show, like, new money versus old money. You know the vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Carlotta or like Selena probably loves to wear designer, probably always shops at the best places, Instagrams everything.
Yes.
Yeah, Instagrams brunches at, like, the most expensive restaurants.
Yeah.
Whereas Carlotta is very a little bit more chill, a little bit more down to earth. I feel like she is blonde, but like that, like, dirty blonde kind of thing, where it's like kind of like more like on a gold thing versus like the platinum thing that I've got, you know. She honestly is very much just like jeans and like a nice top kind of vibe. Like, she doesn't shop super expensive. She keeps herself really low key. Her, like, if we're on the topic of fingernails, just kind of just really well kept, you know. She maybe likes to paint them like more fun colors, like, you know, green, or like, I think her color palette, like, in terms of what she likes to wear, she likes a lot of like dark forest green. That deep, like, what's the name of it? I think Viridian is the name of that color. It's like a really like a deep, like, less olive, more like an emerald kind of like vibe. Yeah. I think that is like her signature color. So she loves to wear like kind of dark, keeps them short, but not like, she doesn't like bite her nails like a girl. Yeah. But she loves to wear like nice top, or like, well, at like, you know, family functions, we'll do like a deeper, like that kind of color on her eyeshadow kind of stuff. Jewelry, real toned down. She doesn't really do a lot of jewelry, but when she does, it's like she has like one necklace that maybe like her mom or dad gave her at like a I feel like because they have longer ages, instead of having like a sweet 16 or like an 18th birthday, whatever, I feel like she has they have like coming of age celebration where it's like, okay, you were like a pup and now you're like actually an adult now. So she probably has like a nice like pretty necklace in that like a deep emerald or something that she got from her family. Um, yeah, that's kind of very much like new money, old money. Like if you guys have seen Bridgerton, the Featheringtons versus the Bridgertons. I don't know if you guys have seen this show. I'm obsessed with it. It's a problem.
No.
Damn it!
Right up.
Wrong crowd. Shit. Well, fine then. Yeah. So okay, now that we've got, I feel like now we can kind of get into like more setting, or we can talk more about like side character overall, like family dynamics, more so than just between Carlotta and Selena, but like how everything kind of fits in. Like, how do we think the rest of the family will react and interact with Bert? I feel like because Carlotta's father is, you know, she's very much just like daddy's little girl kind of thing, in a less spoiled way, in a more like my dad is going to actually listen to me kind of way, because he knows that he's training her to be like a leader. She talks about Bert very positively. She talks about Bert like, yeah, he's a really good guy. He's cool. He, you know, he works really hard. He's really respectful. I think he's going to make like a really good, important, like part of the family. I think he's going to like, he's going to be like a self-made kind of guy where he like really works his way up the ranks. So, yeah, Carlotta's father really like takes to Bert and is like, hey, let me show you the ropes, kind of like takes him on like more important jobs that he would take also like Selena's father and maybe some other like henchmen type dudes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like on the other end of that, Lena's father isn't like, oh man, this guy, hate him, but he's very neutral. Like,
okay.
he is very much of like, you know, if you have a place, it's because you deserve it. And he's like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like
what has he done
why
to
is
earn
he here
this
with
rank
me
yet?
right now?
Yeah. Yeah, like what has he done to earn this rank so far?
Yeah.
When it's like, dude, you were born into this rank, don't act like you also worked your ass off for it, because you didn't.
You know? Biases.
We love Nepo babies. Yeah, I like that. I feel like he's very much like while Carlotta's father is very like, take you under my wing, we're gonna show you the ropes kind of guy. Lena's father is very like, kind of like, I don't want to say hazing because that's a little immature, but like very much just like is still going to be harsh and is still going to be like, what the fuck were you thinking, when he's like does one little mistake and it's like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't know, you know, that kind of thing.
He's not gonna like reach out to help Bert, but if he sees something catastrophic about to happen, then he'll like nope.
He'll stop it, and then he will also like chastise the fuck out of Bert later.
Yes.
He will be the one to like yell and lecture and be like, you trying to get yourself killed, like is like really just in your fucking face, while then the actual leader is like, okay, chill. The kid didn't know, you know? Cool. I love this. I love it. I did not think when I saw Werewolves that we were going to get into mobsters, but I saw the opening to bring in my little current special interest, and I'm like, you're taking it! And it's turning out really well. I love it. Oh my gosh, this is great. What do we think, like, okay, so what's the overall, like, problem that they're facing? You know, aside from the interpersonal, like, you know, kind of drama between, like, the two cousins, do we have, like, what would be, like, the family's, common enemy? What would be the thing that would get, like, Carlotta and Lena to kind of band together?
I mean, honestly, my, like, first thought, it's not necessarily an enemy, but it is Bert. It's that, like, here's a new person in our circle.
Yeah.
And it's that, like, kind of, like, fight against it, and then the like, okay, Well, like, I guess, like, we
Yeah.
can kind
Mm,
of work together.
I have another idea,
mm.
Okay.
but it has to do with Bert's character, and I want to get kind of some backstory. What's Bert? Do you have any ideas right now about Bert's like family life, about other relationships that he had outside of the family before he met the werewolves? Like, what's his vibe? What's his deal?
Yeah, I mean, my kind of thing is like he just like turned 18 and then just kind of was like later, like
Yeah.
his parents didn't want him to transition, and then he's like, well,
Okay.
actually, I'm 18. I'm going to take my father's shitty truck, and I'm just gonna drive.
Yeah.
And so just kind of rocked up to like a new town and is just like, cool, this is it, and
Yeah.
just kind of like going from there kind of deal.
I love that. Um, Here's a concept. Bert's father or family of some kind, cops.
Oh yes, absolutely, and probably like looking for him for like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, because the stealing of like the dad's shitty truck thing, but
Oh
like they're
yeah.
gonna like blow it up to like a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts getting like tracking down the truck, but then also like gets the cops in the other
Mm,
like counties that that Bert has like traveled through, gets
yeah.
all of them involved too. Then eventually gets to the city,
Mm, oh yeah.
gets all of like NYPD in it.
Mm,
Yeah. And like then it turns into, oh shit, cops are after Bert, which means that cops are going to be after the fucking family, which
mm,
puts everybody in danger.
yeah.
And yeah, so I feel like that could create a lot
Mm,
of tension between, first off, um, Carlotta or Lena and her father,
mm,
already chastising and being total bitches to you.
yeah.
Um, really getting like just laying into him, being like, "What the fuck were you doing? You brought cops into this. Like, what?"
Mm,
Actually, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that could create tension between her father, Lena's father, and her too.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
Because then her father, that could be something that like he and Carlotta's father both like agree on, and they get onto you and be like, what were you thinking? You brought this guy,
Yeah.
you were the one who brought this guy into our family, so you were the one who's responsible for fixing this shit.
Yeah.
um and that could either one of two ways. I'm gonna let you guys pick which, or Persephone, I'm gonna let you pick which one you think this is better, but that could either pit Carlotta, who I think it'd be cute if she had like people who were in her inner circle who were close to her call her Lottie. I think that'd be a cute nickname.
mm,
Lottie and Lena. But so for Carlotta, she could either kind of side with her dad and be like, "You did this, man. I'm not stepping in," or because she is more of the like, even though I don't like you, and even though you're kind of a bitch, I'm gonna step in and like show that kindness because that's what a good leader does, and I'm gonna help you. And that will be kind of her like, one that could be a good like proving to her dad that she's a good leader,
Mm-hmm.
um, even if she doesn't totally want it, but it still proves to like everybody and even herself that she's good at what she does.
Yeah.
Um, and two, it's she's like, I like Bert. He's a cool dude. So I'm gonna help you because we gotta fix this because we gotta protect not just him but like all of us now. We're all
Mm-hmm.
fucked if he gets found out and if things go sideways. So
Yeah.
I feel like that actually makes more sense. As I said it out loud, I was like, oh, that's definitely the better
Yeah.
plot
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Hell
Totally.
yeah. I love this. I'm having so much fun. I try not to. I don't want to have like full plot lines, really. I like
Mm,
to kind of like create these episodes of like, okay, if this was a show, what's the main premise? And then you have little. I can see little, adventures of the week kind of episodes going on from there. But like, because I want to kind of leave this open in case other people, like audience, wants to like jump in and maybe, add their own ideas, throw some other character stuff in there. I like what all we have so far. Do we have any other cool like details? Anything else that we think is gonna be interesting?
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think
I
we
think
might
we
have
have.
everything.
I think this is really cool and really like
Mm.
well
Yeah.
rounded. We've got some good relationships with like each of the characters' families. We got some really cool like I guess NPCs, so to speak. I don't really know what to call the side characters.
Yeah,
And like a really cool like kind of opening for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I like it.
I think this is a good place to wrap up then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Priestley, for being our guest today. It was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, I am on Instagram as magic_queer, and then I also like sew and stuff, and that is
Ooh.
sometimes underscore sewing, and my missions are always open because college is expensive. But yeah, I exist on Instagram with those two
Yes.
names.
So everybody, please go check them out because I love it. We met at an art market that I think you were the one who bought the little bubblegum looking dude from me,
Yeah,
right?
I have him
Yay!
actually.
He's so precious. I
He-
love him so much. Um, cool. Persephone, are people gonna be able to find you on the interwebs as well?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at lilhopeep. That is LilHopeep. And you can also find me on TikTok under Thought Toddy. It's Hot Toddy with a T in front of it.
This is I have the two best internet username. We got Magic Queer, which iconic, and then we got Lil Ho Peep and Thought Toddy. Iconic. That is a trifecta of
Mm.
names. I just want to say out loud all the time.
Yeah.
And for myself, if you guys want to go and interact with me, chat with me on Instagram or TikTok, it is the DIY Witch on both. If you guys want to see any more content from us at Not Quite Novelist, you can go check out Not Quite Novelist at on Instagram, and I believe we're going to be starting a TikTok as well. I know I have the username set up. I just need to like get it, logistics, tech stuff. It's interesting. When you go to Instagram, you can also find the link to our Discord. If you guys want to, chat more about these characters, if you want to hear more ideas from them, if you have your own ideas, you want to kind of give personality to other werewolves, maybe the cops themselves, do what you like. You can go ahead and drop those in the Discord as well. Every good story needs a good villain, you know? So go check us out on Discord and Instagram and hopefully TikTok. Once we get all of those like posted to, we'll go ahead and start posting. You'll see all of our announcements of what's going on both of those platforms as well. So, and hopefully we will get into a good schedule where we are posting on Tuesdays. All right. But thanks. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up here. Bye.